Okay, so I have to get this reading out, and it's a little late for the usual uploading videos, or the videos that I upload. We have an eclipse happening on the 7th of August. The eclipse it's a lunar eclipse, astrologically aligned with, it's placed in Aquarius, but it is a Leo, polar opposite Aquarius lunar cycle. So honestly, this eclipse that's happening right now is so powerful that many of us have been actually put in a certain type of alignment prior to this eclipse. From the last 6 months, starting the beginning of the year. So I would say about February, March, January as well, but really felt it the end of February and early March. Okay, what were you doing then? I'm also going to ask you to look into your birth chart. If you have access to the time and the date, if you know when you're born, please, there's millions and millions of free sites when you look them up online, where you can find a free birth chart calculator where you'll be able to find your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, as well as your houses. Okay, so if your moon sign is placed in Aquarius, this reading's for you. If your 7th house is in Aquarius, this reading is for you. And if your rising sun is placed in Aquarius, or sorry, Leo, this reading is for you. Why I say this is because the 7th house is the house of partnerships, relationships, businesses, and humanitarian causes. Okay, particularly marriage. Now, how many of us are in full, truthful enlightenment or awareness of that correct type of partner for us? And because we are in a lunar eclipse, the lunar, the light or the non-light of the moon, the emotions, the hidden self, what's internally within us, it's coming out. Yeah, it's all coming out. So we're actually attracting a lot of scenarios and situations outside of ourselves that has been happening inside of us for years and years and years, okay? Because we have the Leo eclipse happening on the 21st, that's a little bit different. So, followed by the 7th eclipse on the 7th, we're going to have a portal, a double dose, a triple 8 actually, because it's the 8th month, the 8th day, and 2017. Well, 17, not the 220, but the 17 equals to 888. So that's an alignment of an abundance, karma, whatever you've put out will return to you, okay? So this is prime energy, people, all right? So if you don't have these placements, if this is entertainment for you, why not? Or if it's something to learn from, why not? I'm going to be starting the reading with the Babylonian Tarot by Sandra Tabitha Chichero, okay? Looks like there's cards ripping out. The Chariot, number 7, Adad. Okay, this is either you or someone that's in your life that has the Chariot in his hand and he does not care what happens outside of himself. He's charging ahead. Okay? So this is a very strong energy right now, okay? The Chariot is obviously, it's a wheel, it's your direction, it's your purpose, it's your path, and it's just you being persistent with what you want and what you feel is good for you. Whatever you want. Something that you've worked for years, something that you've wanted for years. You've put yourself in an alignment, so you've taken actions in those steps. And those steps have led you to other steps and directions. And now that you're in this direction, you know what you want and you're going after it. And although it looks as though there's all this like dark skies and stuff, you are coming with this fire, this sunny disposition. And it could be a few obstacles in your way, maybe other people, maybe there's other parties involved. They don't know how to handle you. You don't agree eye to eye. In this world, we have to deal with other people and situations in order to get by things. We don't have to agree with them, but a lot of times we don't. But we still have to get by them in order to, you know, move forward. So the Chariot is all about that. The Chariot, number 7, is all about spirituality, analytical thought, analyzing, contemplating, you know. And I don't feel like this is an isolation card, because isolation and introversion is all in the number 7. But the number 7, when it knows what it wants, it will charge ahead. Okay? So it's like it's taking that knowledge, because 7 isn't really about movement in terms of action. It's all about like being still. But when the 7 knows what it wants, it will charge ahead. See the you see this torch or lightning, or like instrument of power, direction, wand. It's got 3 and 3, so it's 6 points, and he is the 7th, so he's the 7th. So this is the, he's made up his mind. I don't know what it's about, but we're gonna find out what he's made up his mind about. So before I was shuffling the cards, that came out. I need a little bit more guidance or messages. Ace of Discs, materiality. Okay. I love when the symbols are similar. Okay, so this person has money hidden away, and it's not really communicating it, but this person has money hidden away. So it's not that this is a materialistic person or thinks about materials, materialistic in that sense, but this person has the right circumstances or material situations, financial, to get by to what they want. So they're just charging ahead, okay? So it's very, excuse me, it's an earthy, it's money, it's a house, it's a location, it's a business, it's having enough funds. There's enough funds. Somebody has enough funds. They're not communicating it, but they have it. Okay. I don't know if this is making sense to somebody who's watching, because I kind of get it, but I kind of don't at the same time. Okay. 2 cards. Number 5, the Hierophant Nabu, which is a number that coincides with number 7, which is a number that is all about change. That is all about breaking an old form of solid structure to move ahead and recreate something. Something visionary, something recreational, something life-changing, life-altering. The Hierophant has to do with laws, has to do with religions, has to do with getting into the door of a new country, immigration, has to do with signatures, writing things down, putting your name in, signatures. There's a lot of earth-based cards so far, because this is symbolic of Taurus. This is also kind of symbolic of Taurus. And if you can see, this is also symbolic of Taurus, because you see the bulls. Although there is a Cancer sign, there's bulls present. So There's also like a dragon type of being behind a green dragon. And if you can see, there was the green materialistic, or the materialistic, I mean the materiality of having enough. Dragons symbolize money, protection physically, and finances in general. And it's also green, so, and it has to do with royalty, like an ancient form of hierarchy, if that makes sense. Then we have the Two of Discs, and that literally confirms change, because look, it says change on there, and they came out together. So what does this mean? I think you've partnered up with someone who wants the same thing as you. You have the same vision. It could be that one person is one area, another person is another area. You're both facing similar obstacles. Different obstacles, but similar obstacles, but you both want the same things in life. You have the same visions, and you're both capable of creating these mass changes. If you can see that, there's that phrase, if you want to change the world, you start with yourself. These are two people I'm seeing that literally take that to themselves. We did start off with the number 7 card, then we had the number 5 card, and then we had a number 2 card. So 2 people are working on this. They have the same aim, the same vision, and they know and understand that philosophy of, if we want to change the world, we have to change ourselves in order to, you know. And they're in an alignment. 5 points here again. If you can see their eyes, look how big their eyes are. So they're staring into, very analytical people, visionaries, staring into the situations. Have a very strong vision and will not stop until they achieve it. This is just the messages I'm getting. I don't know, whatever it means for you, however you want to take it. It does coincide with Aquarius, but again, this is messages that when we're talking about, if we, you know, relationships in general, marriage in general, relationships in terms of business, you know, we have to have a relationship whoever we work with, whether it's casual or non-casual. It's a form of relationship because we're always there with them. Especially for people who are partnering up. Let's say you're friends, okay, and you start a business. Now you're in a fashion, you're married because you're signing, you know, there's money involved, there's people there's so much involved. Okay, this is good. Now, we've got the 5 of Cups, loss. Another 5. But why it's good is because it's reversed. Okay? I've never had this card before. I've done so many readings with this deck, never even seen this card. There's a scorpion in here. Scorpions are all about stinging if they're in a state of fear, or if they don't really get what they want, they will sting your ass. Okay? I feel as though, because it's reversed and coinciding with that, the rest of the reading, it's as if the cards are stating that you're very cautious people. You've been hurt in the past. You've had a lot of mistakes. A lot of unrighteous things were done to you both. There was loss for fighting for something you believed in, fighting for justice, working for something hard that you believed in. There was loss in the past. So now you're thinking, okay, if it doesn't work this time, I'm going to have to change it again. I'm going to have to revision. I'm going to have to find another route. Okay? So I feel like that because you're analytical, you're analyzing with your big broad eyes, visioning, you're taking this loss aspect of the past and you're learning from it. You're turning that into wisdom. That if it happens again, what can I do? How can I grow? How can I learn? How can I do something different from this loss? How can I do it in a different way? How can I ensure success for what I want to do? and you're learning from it. You're turning that into wisdom. That if it happens again, what can I do? How can I grow? How can I learn? How can I do something different from this loss? How can I do it in a different way? How can I ensure success for what I want to do? Funny because the 7th is a very analytical number, and we're having the eclipse full moon on the 7th. There's a woman on your mind. This is another Earth. What is going on? Look at all these Earth signs. These cards are all about Earth, okay? There's a woman on your mind, the Queen of Discs, Gestinana. I can never say that right. She's on your mind. So we have a Taurus female, a Virgo female, a Capricorn female, or we just have a really strong character of a woman or a person in particular, okay? Or even a situation. I don't know, it looks like she's contemplating herself. This has to do with that 7 as well. She's contemplating, she's thinking, what do I do? It's funny because I was talking about loss, and although this is not really has to do with that, but it's like, if we take that loss, that past experience of that loss, and we have it here in a statue or a figurine, and it's a reminder of the wisdom that we've learned in life. See this here? It's a form of wisdom, past accumulation of working towards something that didn't work. We have to learn from that. We have to take the knowledge and the wisdom and learn from that. Okay? Maybe there was finances involved, didn't work out. Maybe there was a situation. Okay, if you have if you want something and you need finances for it, that's fine. You can expand the time frame, get a job, save up money, stop spending so much money, whatever, and put it on the side, and you'll see that it's going to grow. And that's what the abundance of earth signs are. Okay? See the flowers in her hair, the plants in her hair, the grapes. They know how to reap what they sow. They know how to plant. They know harvesting. They know the natural effects of harvesting. They understand the knowledge of the moon and the sun and the water, and when to plant the seeds and when it's going to grow the plant and when they should water it. It's a form of knowledge. Okay? It's a form of wisdom. So if you planted your seeds and the plant happened to die after a few days, what did you learn from that? The next time you plant your seeds, are you going to do it in a different day? Are you going to do it in a different solar or lunar cycle? Are you going to grow it differently? Are you going to give it more compassion and love? Are you going to care for it more? What are you going to do different this time? Because it seems as though you're still on the same intent, but you got to do something different. Remember that these change cards, they're telling you there's change all around, and it's not going to be the same as before. It cannot happen the same as before. Okay. What is going on? Okay, that's funny because 9 of Discs, gain. Okay, this is good. We're talking about harvesting. We just got a card of harvesting. Look at this. Oh, I love the symbols. It's like all here, baby. Okay. You've got a lot to gain. It's not going to happen the same way, okay? I feel like the next, whatever next reading that I have to do on the 21st is going to be a big shake-up. Like, wake the hell up, okay? You've done so much stuff, and it's coming out. It's coming out and you're going to see that nothing is going to happen the same again because you've gained experience, knowledge, and you're doing it lawfully correct this time, okay? And if you do make a few mistakes, go back and do revision, okay? But you're still charging ahead. You've got a lot to gain. You've got the 9 of discs. 9 is a completion number. It's you are there. You're there. Okay? You've gotten that recognition, you've gotten that insight, you know what to do. You know what to do. Then we got another earth sign, because this is the Prince of Discs now. Discs, again, is an earth sign. Sumukan. You can see the bows at the top. You got a nice leopard. These are very strong influences, okay? Then you got a man here who knows what he wants, with his wand straight on the floor. His stick. We got a bunch of cards come out, and then we're ending this reading with the Prince of Arrows, Era, which is fire. It's very quick action. And then the Princess of Arrows, Ninlil. Now, these are all about, you know what you want. You're earth-based, you're practical in this knowledge of what you want, but you're shooting your arrow. Okay, you're shooting your arrow. And it looks like he wants her. He wants her. She's got wings. She spreads those wings and she's ready to go somewhere. And she's actually looking at him. And he is shooting that arrow at her, because remember, this reading is about 2 people. It's about marriage and partnerships and relationships and humanitarian causes coming out to the forefront. And he's shooting right at her. His eyes are white, so he knows what he wants. This reminds me of the chariot. He's going after what he wants. And she could easily shoot him back, but she knows he's coming for her, because they both remember. They know what they want. Should I just pick one more card to end this? One more card. I never like choose this many cards. I've chosen so many cards have come out. One more card to end this reading. Ah, the Empress. This is another Taurus. Whoa! Okay. This is the Empress card. I'm not sure if I've gotten clear with this reading. I kind of am, but I'm a little confused, and that's only because there's a lot happening on this planet, both astrologically, both within me, both within a lot of people that's around us. We're all experiencing many, many things. Nothing is really set in stone, but when we really go after what we want, and we don't stop, we end up creating our own, we create our own fate, we create our own destiny, we create our own roadmap. We charge ahead, and we go, and we go. And although if we do make mistakes or not, we can always go back. When we go back, it'll never be exactly the same, but we do gain a lot of knowledge and experience in life when we go ahead, okay? And if you can see the Empress, excuse me, she's very healthy. She's very abundant with, look at that. She's got the mountain there, the volcano, with all the plants. The way they made her face kind of look startled, but not that she's startled, it's just maybe she wants a child. maybe she just wants to be a director and just direct her life because she never had the chance to do it in the past, okay? Maybe she's just at that point in her life. She wants to be the director. She wants to lead the tribe. You gotta let her lead the tribe, okay? If you want that woman, you let her lead the tribe. All right, guys. I hope this meant something for you. I hope it was a little bit more clear than what you've been experiencing in recent times. If not, you know, you'll see the symbols and synchronicities everywhere in your life. Go out in nature, meditate, drink lots of water. Whatever feels wrong is not good for you. When I say feels wrong, I mean something in your gut that feels a little off. If you need any assistance, please find it. If you need somebody to talk to, we may not agree with what they have to say, but sometimes if they say no or if they say yes, you'll be like, you know what? I still know what I want and I'm willing to go after it. Okay? And that means for anything at all. Okay. Take care.